Hey friend, happy Monday. I hope your Monday and your week are off to a great start. Listen, I want to share some thoughts with you because I know each and every one of us, we respond to Mondays differently. We react to Mondays differently. Some of us don't respond, we react. But listen here, Mondays are great days for people who are goal setters, for people who love to explore opportunities, for people who are looking to accomplish great things. Mondays tend to be days that empower them. They thrive on the power of a Monday. And other people, not so much. Some people, like myself, need a cup of Java to get the day started. But listen here, each of us as human beings, regardless of who we are, regardless of how much money we have in the bank account, how many friends we have behind us cheering us on, each and every one of us will encounter different challenges. Why? Because we're human and that's part of the human experience. But listen, I'm going to share with you something that may set you apart from others whenever it comes to encountering those challenges. And a lot of it has to do with how you handle your emotions and how you handle your mindset. Our mind and our heart are always connected, our brains and our bodies are always connected, and we have to learn how to navigate through both of them efficiently in order to get to where we're going to in life. Listen, there's three different types of thinking traps, three specific thinking traps, cognitive distortions, whatever you want to call them, that we could fall into whenever we encounter different challenges that could paralyze us, hold us back, and perhaps derail us from the way that we desire to experience life. And these thinking traps, these cognitive distortions, usually come in the form of an automatic response to something that is happening. So it's not like we can see them coming. They usually just, bam, happen right there and then. But if we have an awareness that they might appear, then we might be better prepared and we may be able to reframe the story instead of believing a negative narrative that leads us to a life of unfulfillment. Really quick, the three cognitive distortions, thinking traps I want to share with you is, I'll start with P's. The first is personal. Whenever something happens and you're faced with a challenge and you say, it's my fault, and you make it personal. You say, you know what, everybody's against me, or this is all my fault. And you make it all centered around you. Guess what? The world isn't centered around you. And sometimes things just happen just because they happen. If your computer went down, it doesn't mean that, Microsoft and Bill Gates were out to attack you. Sometimes computers just go haywire. So whenever you are aware of this narrative or this propensity to make every challenge personal, you can perhaps reframe it and say, you know what, this is a daily experience and I've been through this before, I've had a bad day before, I'm going to get through a bad day again, I'm going to keep moving forward. Another thinking trap that you could fall into is pervasiveness, and that's whenever you start to think and believe that your situation, your challenge is going to affect everyone at a global level, and you make it out to be way bigger than it is. Perhaps there's someone that treats you rudely, and suddenly it's not just that person was rude, or perhaps there's a reason for it. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe someone they love passed away. Maybe they had a breakup. Maybe they're sick. But there's people who will have somebody that is rude to them, and then suddenly they'll believe, well, everybody is rude, or certain people from this class of persons is rude, and suddenly that experience becomes pervasive and it affects the way that you view and relate to the entire world. So be aware of a propensity to label your challenge as being pervasive, as being something that is extensive. It's important to address challenges at hand and not create a narrative that just makes it spread throughout your whole entire life and the whole entire world. The last thinking trap that I want to share with you about is a permanency, and that's whenever you are faced with a challenge, and instead of having the mindset that says, you know what, I'm resilient, I've overcome challenges in the past and I'm going to get through this, it's whenever you just give up. It's whenever you have a habit of helplessness, In life, you will either be hopeful or you will be helpless. And many times whenever we experience a lot of negative things in our life, we develop this pattern to become helpless in everything that we face. But whenever you are able to identify it and say, you know what, I'm turning the narrative of this situation into being something that is permanent, then you can interrupt that story and say, you know what, I'm coming into the picture with my strengths, with who I am, with who I was created to be, and I'm going to continue to move forward. Nothing is going to derail me. Anyhow, my friend, I would love to partner with you in helping you create the life that you desire to have. I offer a coaching program called BD², which stands for Be, Dream, Believe, Do. If you are ever interested, or if you know of someone that's interested in perhaps receiving some one-on-one coaching, hit me up, hit up my DMs. Anyhow, my friend, you have an amazing week. You be blessed. Take care.